Alright, hello there everybody, it's me, Refresh Broccoli, back again for a brand new video. Now, today we're going to be talking about Leafy is here. No, Leafy is not here at this current moment. If you think Leafy is here, you obviously need to get a new brain surgeon. Yes, Leafy is here is like a father to all of us on YouTube. Well, all of the people who don't post shit like opening toys and like clickbaiting how to get free V-Bucks, okay? Leafy is here pretty much invented the funny on the internet, okay? But he said many bad words, and as you know, YouTube doesn't like people using bad words. So they were very mean to Leafy, and then he just decided, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go. And that's it, YouTube was like celebrating and shit, they were doing some like crappy ass Fortnite dances or something, you know, because they only employ children at YouTube. How do I know this? Because Team YouTube is the biggest group of dumbasses I've ever seen on the planet. But anyway, after a few years of silence, Leafy finally decided to return to the platform. Now Leafy was officially here. But this time, his videos were a little bit different, okay? Instead of just making 10-minute videos of him saying like random shit to people, now he makes like 3-minute videos of him occasionally saying random shit to people, okay? But sometimes Leafy would have a few too many Smarties and go a little bit overboard with some of the stuff he said to some people.
Honestly, I don't like anything about you. I don't like your face. I don't like your videos. I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like anything about you. And even if you cured cancer, I still don't even think I would like you because something about you I just don't like. So fuck you. No funny, no joking. I honestly wish the worst for you.
Now, you know, most of the people he said mean stuff to could take the heat pretty well. But for some renowned bitches like H3H3 and I'm Alex, it made them very sad, okay? Leafy hurt their feelings. So they went over to Susan and they basically said, listen mate, there's this kid, he's just saying some mean shit to us online. Can you please deal with him? And Susan Webberjackie was sort of just there, just like, yes, of course. I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. And that's it. Susan Webberjackie walked out of YouTube HQ with the YouTube SWAT team behind her. And that is where our story for today begins. So, Leafy is here, was driving home in his Cybertruck, you know, he'd just been at work, working at McDonald's, you know, providing for his very beautiful family, and he got to his apartment building, and he stepped out of the car, and immediately, a sniper bullet went straight past his head as soon as he got out of the car. Because Leafy was an epic gamer, he was able to dodge out of the way, but he heard a rocket locking onto his Cybertruck, because as we know, Elon Musk definitely put missile locking alerts on a Cybertruck, alright? And Leafy just rolls out of the way, okay? And he doesn't stop rolling until he gets to the door of his apartment building, okay? He looks back and he sees his Cybertruck just exploding. And a little tear drops out of Leafy's eye because he had lost his Cybertruck and he was like, oh, it's that bitch, Susan! Susan is here! So, Leafy gets his epic gamer samurai sword. Because he's an epic gamer, it just appears out of nowhere. And, you know, Leafy's samurai sword is a pretty special one, okay? Because it's a double-bladed samurai sword, okay? And at this point, he's ready for combat. So, he has his double samurai sword, and then 2 vans of the YouTube SWAT team skirt around the corner, and they park in front of Leafy. Leafy's got a samurai sword, so he doesn't really care because he can just deflect all the bullets with his double-bladed samurai sword. The YouTube SWAT team jumps out of their van and they just start spraying him down. But Leafy is just here, just with his double-bladed samurai sword, just going like, just blocking all the bullets, okay? It was pretty epic to see. So the bullets are being deflected off the samurai sword and hitting some of the SWAT team members. So Leafy is taking out some of the SWAT team members with his double-bladed samurai sword. And at this point, the YouTube SWAT team decide to take some cover behind their cars because they're all bitches and they realise that if they keep shooting him, they're all going to be, in their terms, game ended. So the YouTube SWAT team is behind the car, they're taking cover. They call Susan Webberjackie in for support. They're like, bruh, what do we frickin' do now? To which Susan replies, I'm sending in reinforcements. Then, overhead, they hear the Fortnite battle bus drop down. And who comes out? Our favourite YouTuber, Will Smith. They had came in to help out the YouTube SWAT team. And the YouTube SWAT team commander stood up and said, we weren't expecting special forces. To which Will Smith replied, yeah. Because as we all know, Will Smith's catchphrase is yeah. Now, as we know, Will Smith is special forces. So he pulls out his very special weapon, which is a stick with a chain on it, which has spikes on it. And at the end of the chain, there's a big ball which also has spikes on it. And he's got 2 of those. He's holding them in 2 hands and he starts spinning them around so they're like a helicopter propeller. And he starts to like fucking fly over to Leafy with his like whips, and he just like slams one down in front of him. But Leafy isn't having any of it. So he's got his double-bladed samurai sword and they just start having like an epic battle. They're just having an epic battle in there for a while, and you know, Leafy, being the epic gamer he is, he cuts one of Will Smith's leg off. Will Smith falls to the ground. And Leafy is just like, it's rewind time for you. You know, have to get in an epic quote for the gamers, okay? And he just cuts his head clean off, okay? He'd taken out the special forces from the SWAT team, okay? So now everybody at HQ, Susan Wabbyjack, is sort of panicking. They're like, oh no, what the fuck do? We can't let him get away. Which 4 people jump out of the sky, you know, out of fucking nowhere, you know, we don't know where they came from. The 4 people, they all have a quad launcher, okay? And they all aim it at the entrance, and Leafy's like, oh shit. So he runs in to get cover, but it's too late. Leafy has 16 missiles into the entrance of his apartment, and the explosions are so big that the front support of his apartment building crumbles. And then his entire apartment building starts falling on the YouTube SWAT team. So they all move out of the way, they're all running away, but Leafy is still inside, you know. He can't get out because there's a fire everywhere. So it seems pretty hopeless for Leafy. And it is, because the building collapses on him and he burns to a crisp. YouTube SWAT team thinks they are victorious. Susan Wojcicki jumps in the air and just tries to punch the air. But instead, she accidentally punches a lamp, and the lamp shatters and her hand becomes all bloody. But what the YouTube military didn't realise was that Leafy was still alive. And out of the rubble of the building, Leafy slowly crawled out. He was basically Anakin at the end of episode 3. Crawled out and he didn't know what to do. He needed to cool down. He was on half a heart and he really needed some extra HP. So he crawled to the river and he just lay in the river and he cooled down. And he just let himself go in the river, so he was going down the river. And by going through the river, he got to the ocean. And as he got into the ocean, a fisherman spotted him and picked him up out of the water. Leafy had cuts all over him. He was very damaged, alright? So the fisherman took him inside and realised that Leafy couldn't properly breathe. So he built him a suit so that Leafy could breathe properly. After that, the fisherman dropped him off by shore and said farewell. Leafy had been saved, but he was now trapped inside a suit which was keeping him alive. So Leafy needed to get revenge on Susan. So he marched up to the YouTube HQ and he stood outside. No one could recognise him, but they could hear his voice. And Leafy was shouting so much bad words at Susan that everybody's head in the YouTube HQ blew up because, you know, they couldn't take hearing a bad word. And that was it. Leafy had defeated YouTube HQ and he walked away victorious. H3H3 and I'm Alex went to cry on like a podcast or something. And you know, that was the end of that. This story is all legit, so if anybody in the comments down below says this is bullshit, correct them and say that it came from Refresh Broccoli, the most trusted source on YouTube, alright? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along, gamers. I salute you, stay home, stay safe, and yeah, farewell.
I just wanna let you know, you're a stupid fucking cunt. Go ahead and run your mouth, pussy, I don't give a fuck. You're a stupid piece of shit, you're a stupid fucking bitch. Get the fuck up off my dick, get the fuck up off my dick. Like, please end your fucking life, please end your fucking life. I really gotta emphasize, no one cares if you're alive.